ஓய்வு எனப்படுவது சும்மா இருப்பதல்ல, மனதிற்கு மகிழ்வு தரும் தொண்டென்றால் தன்னை கரைத்துக் கொள்வதே என்ற வார்த்தையை உள்வாங்கி உழைக்கும் former Indian Revenue Service Officer and Chief Election Commissioner of India, Tharuvai Subbiya Krishnamurthy avargale, I humbly request you to give your special address in this function.
Very good evening to all of you. Honourable Governor Shri Banwarilal Purohit, Mr. Subramaniam, Mr. Rajagopalachari, Mr. Ram Subramaniam, and distinguished members of the audience, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed privileged to be standing here to talk about Rajaji on his 41st birthday. Rajaji was indeed a great person. There was a remarkable, an all-rounder in cricket parlance, if you can say. He was a journalist, he was an advocate, he was a politician, he was a governor, he was championing many socialistic movements. He has written books, particularly on spiritual-oriented books, and he is remembered all over the world. He was a fighter against nuclear proliferation, and such a great person. Figured in my civil services interview also. In fact, they asked me in the civil service interview, how can you call Rajaji as a freedom fighter when he did not cooperate with Gandhi on the Quit India movement? And I told him, patriotism doesn't depend upon whether you take a policy decision to support or not to support. Nobody can doubt the integrity and the passion of freedom movement from Mr. Rajaji's hands. He was one of the finest persons, freedom fighters, and the song as it was just sung clearly indicated that he had no dissatisfaction or discontent, and he was grateful to God for having given him a life of this kind. And we have rightly the Governor of Tamilnadu here to celebrate the function. He hails from Nagpur, where I was there for 4 years, and in my own personal life he has helped me, because when I went abroad, some important papers were left in Nagpur, and my friends sent those papers through him and he brought it for me in Delhi. And I don't know if he remembers it or not, but he has also been very actively associated with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, with which Rajaji was also associated. His 2 books, Mahabharata and Ramayana, without any royalty, he gave it to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan the right to sell the books. So such a great person to be celebrated in the presence of such a noble person, because he has some similarities with Rajaji's life. He was also a journalist himself, a parliamentarian, and also taking active interest in social matters, particularly when he was in Nagpur. So we are indeed grateful. Rajaji, of course, has said many things, as I mentioned. He has also mentioned certain things about elections, how good people have to be elected, how absentee voting persons should be attracted to the voting booth through a mobile polling station and so on. So his contribution to this nation cannot be overemphasized, and he is one of the finest sons of India, and we should be proud of his contribution to this country. I am happy to be associated with this country. I welcome the Governor on this occasion. Thank you very much. In fact, I did mention about Swatantra Foundation, of which I am one of the members. Mr. Ram has started this institution to promote public awareness, as well as to encourage talented people in various fields. And we do hope that this Swatantra Foundation will reflect the spirit of Rajaji, because he was famous for his Swatantra Party and his liberal thinking in terms of economic matters. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
மூதறிஞர் ராஜாஜி அவர்கள் பல்துறை வித்தகர். அவரை பற்றி சொல்லிக்கொண்டே போகலாம் என்று அவருக்கு புகழஞ்சலி செலுத்தியுள்ளார் திரு TS கிருஷ்ணமூர்த்தி அவர்கள். அவர்களுக்கு மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை பலத்த கரகோஷத்துடன்